Hello, everybody. Happy New Year to all of you out there. Hope you're going to have a prosperous 2022. And let's just make this a good one, a good footballing one. We've got AFCON coming up. That's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. There have been games that have been played. AFCON has started, and we are just go, go, go. So what we're talking to you about today is the stadiums, the teams that are in AFCON, having a look at some of the games from yesterday. Obviously, Cameroon took on Burkina Faso in the opening game, as well as Cape Verde taking on Ethiopia. So without any further ado, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Please like it, please comment, and let's make this worth our while. Hopefully you enjoy watching it. I enjoy doing it, but it's got to go both ways. So let's just make sure it keeps working that way, and we move on ahead. Without any further ado, again, let's have a look at the teams that have been that have qualified to make it to AFCON. So as you would know, in Group A, I just mentioned the opening games. It's Cameroon, Burkina Faso, Ethiopia, and Cape Verde. Quite a strong group to start off Group A. However, Ethiopia, who might seem to be the weakest team there at the moment, haven't won a game in quite a long time. Group B, we've got Senegal, Zimbabwe, Guinea, and Malawi. Now, Zimbabwe has been in all sorts of hot water lately. There has been some word about FIFA banning them and things like that. Not sure how true it is, but you always know where there's smoke, there's fire. So Zimbabwe seems to have sorted that issue out. They seem to have made it to Cameroon for this AFCON. And moving straight over to Group C, we got Morocco, Ghana, the Comoros, and Gabon. So Comoros, not really sure about too much there. They might seem to be the weaker team in this group. However, with Morocco and Ghana, that seems to be a tough group. Will be a tough one to see who tops that group. However, Gabon is always Gabon. Very unpredictable. They've got some good players, some fiery players in that team. So we'll need to keep an eye out on this one to see how that goes. Nigeria, Egypt, Sudan, and Guinea-Bissau make up Group D. Again, Nigeria, very strong powerhouse in African football, as well as Egypt, always looking to go out there to win at all costs. And Egypt have taken a South African coach as their assistant coach to go support Carlos Queiroz. Roger de Saar, who I have worked with before, is now the Egypt assistant coach. So good luck to them. Hopefully he does well. If we have any way of a South African winning something at AFCON, that would be the way. Obviously, Roger has won the AFCON before in 1996 with Bafana, but, maybe he could get it as a coach this time. Group E, we go with Algeria, Sierra Leone, Equatorial Guinea, and Ivory Coast, or as it says here, Côte d'Ivoire. Another tough group. Obviously, back in 2015, I played against Algeria. It was our opening match. Not one that we'd like to remember, or not one that I'd like to remember, as we did go ahead 1-0 against Algeria. We then missed a penalty to take us up to 2-0. And then in the second half, things kind of went downhill. We ended up losing 3-1 at the end of the game. And one you will remember, one you don't like to remember. But, at the end of the day, it was a tough game. And every game at AFCON is going to be a tough game. So again, another tough group. Three strong teams there, with Sierra Leone not being a favorite there. And I'm sure they'll obviously give it their all. But, this is continental football, and nothing is guaranteed. So let's hope for some surprises. To make up the last group, Group F, it's Tunisia, Mali, Mauritania, and Gambia. Again, a group that could come with all sorts of mixed emotions, surprise results. Mauritania, I think this, if I'm not mistaken, this is their first time at AFCON. So, they'll be just enjoying their time. They'll be going out, just giving their everything, hoping to do well. And again, Tunisia and Mali would most likely take the first 2 spots there. However, in AFCON, you make it through to the last round of 16, and which means the 2 top teams qualify, and then you have the 4 best third place teams also get through to the next round. So it is an interesting format. It is one that does keep things entertaining. It does make teams go for it at every single game. So it's going to be a good one nonetheless. AFCON is just one of those things where it's a wild occasion. The African spirit, the way we host it, the way the Africans host it. We've had it in South Africa in 2013. It went to Equatorial Guinea in 2015. In 2017, I can't remember because we didn't qualify. Bafana didn't qualify for that one, so not really one I want to remember. But however, in 2019, we did go to Egypt, and we put on a pretty good show. We made it through to the round of 16, beating Egypt in the round of 16, and then we lost in the quarterfinals to Nigeria. So it was a good one. But this time around, it's in Cameroon. And obviously, as you know, with big tournaments going into countries, stadiums need to get built. Stadiums need to be renovated, brought back up to speed. And as you would see here, in Cameroon, we have all the stadiums that are now officially hosting the game. So there's 6 venues in total all over Cameroon. So let's just have a look at them quickly. It is a slide, it's a video, it will play for you, so we'll go through them very quickly. Kokang or Kokong in, let me just rewind that. In Bafoussam. I'm not sure where that is. I haven't been there. But yeah, as you would know, most of the stadiums will be up to speed, will be up to the place that it needs to be to host a major tournament. So I'm expecting all the stadiums, hopefully now that fans are allowed back at full capacity, that most of the stadiums will be filled up. Obviously, South Africa or African football is a vibe on its own. So I'm hoping big time that fans will be coming in. They'll be coming in numbers, keeping it busy, keeping it loud. And just to make this AFCON a really big one, because it was meant to be hosted last year, and now it is moved to 2022. And, a new year, a new start, and we've got AFCON. So I think everyone's looking forward to it. The African continent is looking forward to it. And I think all the teams especially are looking forward to it. Obviously, this stadium is the one where they have the opening game as well as where they'll have the final. So this is the biggest stadium in Cameroon at the moment, Olembe in Yaoundé. So hopefully I pronounced that correctly. If there's any Cameroonians who don't like my pronunciation, just let me know. It's fine. But that is the stadium. So 6 epic stadiums, cool stadiums to play at. Going through all the African continents, playing in all the different stadiums. There are some crazy stadiums. We once played a game in Sierra Leone in a 40,000 seater stadium, and there were 60,000 people there, all over the stadium, up the light poles and everything. So yes, Africans love their football, and it can get wild. So let's make this AFCON a wild one. Yesterday, there were 2 games, the opening game, as I mentioned earlier, as well as the second game in Group A. Cameroon, as I said, took on Burkina Faso. And yes, it was a 2-1 victory to Cameroon. Burkina Faso definitely got in there first. They got the early goal, took the 1-0 lead. And obviously playing away in Cameroon, it's not always going to be easy. So Cameroon eventually scored. They scored the equalizer and they scored the second goal. However, a little bit of carelessness from Burkina Faso, giving away 2 penalties. The captain slotting away both penalties, doing everything expertly. And not a disappointing, how can I say? Yeah, not a result Burkina Faso wanted, but what is disappointing is they gave their 1-0 lead away, so not ideal for them. and also a reckless tackle in that game from Burkina Faso. I don't know how that player got away with a yellow card only, but I will bring that up for you shortly. Ethiopia took on Cape Verde, and as I mentioned earlier, Ethiopia is yet to win a game at AFCON for a very long time. And again, another reckless challenge from Ethiopia in the final third, just before the Cape Verde player entered the box. Reckless tackle. He gave away a free kick. And a funny episode of events happened in a very short period of time. The referee gave the referee gave the free kick just outside the box. Cape Verde set up to take the free kick. The referee got in his little earpiece. He heard that he might need to review it. Everything was set up ready for the free kick. Referee blew his whistle with the intention to go and check VAR. As he blew the whistle, the Cape Verde striker, he had his head down to take his free kick. Referee blew his whistle. Referee ran off the field. The Cape Verde player scored a free kick with a magnificent free kick in the top corner, but was not allowed because the referee blowed his whistle with the intention to go check VAR. And the Cape Verde team thought that that was their signal to take the free kick and scored a lovely free kick in the top corner. To their surprise, that while they were celebrating, the referee was not even on the field at the moment. And the referee came back on the field, and the Ethiopian team got a red card for a reckless challenge. Or it was not really a reckless challenge, but it was the last line of defense, and went down to 10 men after a measly 12 minutes. So for the rest of the game, Ethiopia did try to park the bus. They didn't obviously do so successfully. Cape Verde did eventually snatch the game in the end with a 1-0 victory with a good header. And that is how they won it. So as things stand at the moment in Group A, let me just see this here. As things stand at the moment, obviously Cameroon topped the log with 3 points, 1 game played, and as well as Cape Verde level on points with them with 3 points in 1 game played. And the other 2 teams, Burkina Faso and Ethiopia, sit at the bottom, but that is only after 1 game. As there's only 3 games, things can change very quickly, so it will be interesting to keep an eye out on that. Games for today. Let's have a look at games for today. We have at 6 o'clock South African time, or that would be 4 o'clock in Cameroon, Senegal take on Zimbabwe. So it will be interesting to see that game. Obviously, Zimbabwe, not sure what's happening there. I'm assuming they are going to rock up at the stadium. Guinea take on Malawi. Now, for me, I think this will be a good game. Very interesting game. 2 teams who have strong sides, who definitely give it their all. It's just going to be an interesting game of football. I'm hoping it does not turn out to be a game like Ethiopia versus Cape Verde, where it became very boring because of the red card. So let's hope all 22 players do maintain on the pitch and or do remain on the pitch, and they do give us a good show. But definitely the game of the day is Morocco taking on Ghana. I think it's going to be a cracker, great opening game to start off this Group C. So good lineup of football today, of the African Cup of Nations. Yes, as there is football going on around the world, but however, it's AFCON. This is where we're focusing on now. So we're going to be looking at this most of the time. I'm going to try and bring everything to you, a quick rundown, a quick review of all the games. As we head into all the games, I'm going to try and do it every day. Tomorrow, I am hoping Mr. Joe Cran joins me. Joe, I hope you're watching this, and hopefully you know that the people want you to come on tomorrow. If you guys do have any questions for Joe, just leave some comments. Joe Cran is I was going to say a South African journalist, but he is an English or British journalist who lived in South Africa for many years. He loves the South African football. He loves African football, and he absolutely loves the AFCON. He's so excited. He's been tweeting all night about it, and he's allowed me to use some of his tweets because for some reason, Joe just loves a bit of history, he loves the information that no one else really knows about, and he likes to share it. So I'm going to bring up for you quickly a couple tweets from Joe. Interesting ones, in fact. But let's first. I want to see. Yes, there's it. I want that one. That tackle from the Cameroon game. Here we go. It was this. This tackle was awarded as a yellow card and not a red card, where it should have been a red card. Move on to the next one. Here's some more interesting information. Ethiopia's wait for an AFCON win continues. They haven't won the tournament. They haven't won at the tournament since hosting it in 1976 when they beat Uganda 2-0. Now that is a very long time ago. So, like I said earlier, Ethiopia are still waiting for that very first win at AFCON since 1976. 14 of the 24 managers at AFCON were born in and or played for the nation that they're currently managers of. Rewind to the 2010 tournament, and they were just 5. Makes me so happy to see so many African nations having faith in their own coaches now, which is very true, because in Africa we like to have the foreign coaches, and it's nice to see that the coaches who were players before for their respective countries at AFCON are now coaching their teams, which is, I think it's massively important for the growth of the game in Africa, and especially for coaches. Let's get our coaches out there. Last but not least, also another very interesting one. No nation at AFCON 21 has got more players in their squad playing in their own domestic league than Ethiopia. Only 2 members of their squad aren't currently playing in the Ethiopian Premier League, and neither of them are in the starting lineup tonight. That was last night. So another interesting fact is, most teams do have players coming from overseas, from Europe, from the Americas, or even from other African teams. But Ethiopia have pretty much most of their team, or pretty much their whole team, from playing in the Ethiopian league. So big ups to them, obviously putting on a good show. Let's hope since 1976 that Ethiopia do get a first win. It's going to be an interesting one, but I think this AFCON will be good, and it will be interesting to see how it progresses. Lastly, for one of the biggest stars in the world at the moment in world football, obviously everyone knows AFCON is a special event. It's a massive tournament, and certain things do happen for special players, like Mo Salah. Mo Salah has his boots specially made for this AFCON by Adidas, and this is the boots that he will be wearing. I don't know if he designed it. I don't know if Adidas surprised him with it, but obviously I think it's one that definitely pleases the eye. Adidas has done a good job right there, and as you can see at the back of his boot also says Mo, I'm assuming, and the king. They think he's the king. Maybe he's the Egyptian king at the moment. We'll have to find out, because unfortunately only the winners at AFCON are really the king. So we'll have to see how that goes. But other than that, thanks so much, guys, for watching this. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. A quick 20-minute video, just a recap of yesterday's games, an introduction into AFCON. It is the 10th of January. AFCON kicked off yesterday. Today, some massive games going on, and we'll be here till the end of AFCON, which will be mid-Feb. So thank you so much again. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please like this video and comment below. Let us know what you want to see. And again, if you're interested to ask Joe Cran some questions, he's a massive lover of African football, and especially AFCON. Let us know. We'll definitely get into it. And until next time, or until tomorrow, please enjoy the AFCON, and we'll speak to you later. Cheers. Thanks.